Hello and welcome to Saucy Boyz, the only sauce review show on YouTube. I'm your host, Jackson Duscher.
And I'm your host, Jackson Bailey.
And today we are going to be looking at Heinz American Mustard. Here on Saucy Boyz, we review things in three distinct reviewing categories. Category 1 is the chip test, how it tastes on this here French fry. And it's very simple. Basically, you take a French fry, you dip it into your cup, you swirl it around, make sure the sauce gets very, very, very soaked in sauce. And then you just place that chip in your mouth, enjoy it, and let us know how it tastes. Test number 2 is the sip test, and potentially the simplest test you can do. You take the sauce, you place it to your lips, you suck it down, and you just make sure it coats your lips, your tongue, and your teeth. Just a little sip, and just to get the full flavor experience. Then, of course, we have the final test, and the one that has made us famous, which is the how it feels on the back of your throat test. So basically what you're gonna do is very similar to the sip test. You place the cup to your lips, except this time you shot that sauce, and you'll feel the sauce slowly cascade down your throat and straight into your gut.
And in an effort to broaden our viewers' horizons, we've decided for this season, we're going to introduce a series of miscellaneous tests from around the world that maybe you haven't heard of. Today, with the sauce we're using, we're going to be doing what we call the skincare test. So stick around for that because you might learn a thing or two.
And now, Jackson, for some quick sauce predictions.
Okay.
So eagle-eyed viewers of this show will notice that we've actually reviewed Heinz American Mustard before.
That's true.
But Jackson, do you remember what separated the one we reviewed in the previous season and today's sauce?
The one we reviewed in the previous season, and correct me if I'm wrong, was rotten. Is this mustard off or something? My whole body is tensing up. I had to get my tongue so deep in there.
That is correct,
Yeah, we were eating rotten mustard last time.
We discovered late in the piece that in fact the mustard we consumed last time was in fact off.
This mustard, however, is brand new, unopened, it's a virgin sauce.
They call it fresh as a daisy sauce in the industry.
Yeah, and I also noticed that this one, I don't know if you can see this, but it also has a little secret, similar to the barbecue sauce we reviewed earlier. So I'm just gonna peel that off and see what secrets hide. It's exciting that every sauce we've reviewed this season has had some kind of secret to
underneath.
it. The only difference is that the one below says #1 grade mustard seeds, which means they must have stopped being #1 grade and become, I guess, #2 grade mustard seeds.
It's also important to notice, and Jackson, if I could just have that sauce for a second, it is now called yellow mustard. I frankly don't know what to call this anymore. Yellow mustard? American mustard? Maybe it's both.
I think we've been bamboozled on the mustard front.
This is wild. This is a sauce conspiracy.
Absolutely.
And now, Jackson,
Yeah.
it's time
Oh,
for the important pour test.
pour.
I guess we should also probably predict what's gonna happen. I predict similar results to last time.
Better though, not off.
Not off, but still worse than you're expecting.
Yeah, absolutely.
With mustard, it is important to
Give it a little shake.
give it a little shake, to give it a little
Oh, there's that noise.
shake. You've just got to shake the mustard.
Yes.
And once the mustard is perfectly shaken,
Yep, perfectly shook.
just put that in.
Yeah.
You know what?
We have been fooled by the oldest trick in the sauce book, and that's that. Well, you got a brand new one. You got plenty. Yes, there you go. There you go. There you go. I'll just get in under.
Yeah,
Why
get in
not?
under there.
Yeah, I'll just dive on it. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's good. That's good. The pour.
Yeah, just gotta fill me up.
Just gotta
to
get
the
that a
top.
bit. Yeah, perfect.
There you go. And I just.
And now for the chip test. Test number 1. So you just grab this here French fry. Wow, bit chilly.
Yeah, you can feel them coagulating like blood.
That's good. So you're just gonna want to take that.
I'm thinking, just sorry to cut you off, but I'm thinking that maybe, given the amount of mustard currently on my hand, I can go for an alternative chip test.
No.
Where I place the chip inside and slide it along.
That's perfect. And also, a key note for viewers at home, do not waste any sauce.
Yeah, in fact, if I can just collect it all from my hand there, you can see I'm covered in it, so if I can just get as much as possible off my hand, I don't even have to use the cup, which is exciting.
You know what? More sauce for later. So I'm
Absolutely.
gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Just a bit of
See
sauce.
if you can just get as much off you.
Oh.
I'm putting more on than I'm taking off. Tell you what.
That's a bit of a trick in the industry.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good. All right, so down the hatch.
How much?
It's sour, like all mustard is.
It's pleasant. It tastes like that this mustard is best enjoyed on chips.
I think people forget that mustard is sour. I think we think it's like a savory treat. No, it's like eating a lemon.
Yeah, it's a bit like eating a lemon.
And not in a good way. Eating a lemon is better.
I strongly disagree, but who am I? That's why there's two hosts here.
Exactly. Differing opinions make the world go round.
Sometimes you gotta disagree before you can agree.
Just gonna get that.
Oh, the old mustard handshake.
Yeah, the old mustard handshake. Just so that I got more maneuverability with my hand.
Yeah, it's good. Now we go faster. And now, Jackson, for the sip test. The simplest test there is.
Yeah, the simplest but perhaps most daunting. This is a thick sauce. I don't know if you can see it bubble over the surface there, but it's kind of beating like a heart.
Yeah, a heart that you can suck on to get the juice out.
Yeah, straight up. All right, well, I guess without any further ado, let's
give it a sip.
Put the cups to the lips and. It's crazy how at a certain point sauce doesn't, well, mustard specifically, stops tasting like a sauce.
Yeah.
It just tastes like chemicals.
Oh yeah, that just hit for me too.
What's that about? And also, I'd just like to show that I've had a big sip of this mustard, but it's not gone down any somehow, which
is great news for the next test.
Yeah, it's fantastic news for the next test. I'm also getting the sauce shakes,
Oh.
but it's part of this career. And now, as promised, we're gonna show you the skincare test. That's the test unique to this week's episode. We're gonna show you two versions of the test as a special treat.
That's right, you get two for the price of one, which is outrageous value.
What a great deal. So we're gonna show you the simple method, and then we're gonna show you the advanced method. So I'll begin with the simple method, pretty easy.
Yes.
You take your two fingers, like this, kind of make an 11 in the air,
Yes.
and then swan dive them into your sauce.
Perfect.
Now, it might take a little bit to get them off there, but you're gonna have two wonderfully coated yellow fingers, and you do one here, you do one here, you do one there, and that's just gonna rejuvenate your skin in an incredible way. Sauce has so many properties that people don't talk about. Now, that's the simple method.
And of course, there is also the advanced method. If you're worried that this sauce isn't soaking into your skin properly, it's quite simple to fix that. So you're just gonna need to grab the sauce from the sauce. Get a bit of sauce-based humor there. Whack it onto your hand like that. You're just gonna mush it together and fresh skin, fresh face. Smell like a hot dog. Now we've reached the final test of today's episode, the how it feels in the back of your throat test. Now, Jackson,
Yes.
we've chipped.
We've sipped.
Now it's time to let it rip. Chip, sip, let it rip!
It's,
So, interesting thing with mustard.
what's that?
It actually, swallowing it is the best bit.
Because it's gone?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel bad in your stomach like some sauces.
It doesn't stick around.
No, it's just gone. The
Must-
taste, however,
Will stay forever. Yeah, mustard doesn't overstay its welcome, but the flavor of mustard absolutely does. My mouth feels like I just ate a whole bunch of ash, and I don't know what that's about. I think some people call that the urn effect.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but I'm experiencing it right now as we speak.
yeah, so my face is starting to tingle, which I can only assume means that the skincare is working.
Absolutely.
And I'm onto a fresher face.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, as you begin to look more and more beautiful, we should decide how many 10s out of 10 are we giving this sauce?
You know what, Jackson?
Yes.
I'm feeling a bit wild. That sauce hit the spot for me. I'm thinking this is 9 10s out of 10.
9 10s out of 10. Well, see, normally this would get like, because I think I agree with you, normally it would get an 8 10s out of 10 because it's such an incredible sauce. But the fact that it doubles as a skincare product bumps it up. I'm with you. This is a 9 10 out of 10. What an incredible sauce.
This is a great sauce and another great episode. And as always, we encourage you to drink along at home.
Absolutely.
We've been Saucy Boys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that like button below, smash that subscribe button as well. My eyes are actually burning.
And we'll see you at the next sauce convention for the sauce haters.
Over and out.